Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Rina Husnaini Febrianti. I'm from State University of Jakarta, and in this international conference, I'm going to share part of my dissertation's results. And without any further of wasting the time, let me begin by sharing my slide. Here, there you go. And the focus of my research today is evaluating academic writing course book for Indonesian TEFL undergraduate students, a need analysis approach. And in my discussions, I divided into 4 points. The first ones I discuss about my introductions, and then the method, results, and discussion, and the last part is conclusions. For the introduction ones, I divided into 4 discussions. The first one, I discuss about need analysis approach as the foundations here, foundations of my research. As need analysis is the pivotal approach to achieving a goal in the language curriculum and integral part of providing teaching and learning elements, such as the basis for a lesson plan, a syllabus designed, an instructional design, an assessment development, and a material evaluations. And my constructs here is academic writings. The demand for academic writing skills today requires conceiving not only rhetorical but also linguistic constraints and genre varieties. The multi complexity in studying academic writing instructions can be a trigger to challenge, particularly for EFL student writers. And academic writing course book is such kind of like a crucial for the media to assist the lecturer and the students in achieving the theory learning competence. And in my current research, I evaluated academic writing course books as initial part of my dissertation's research due to the multiple roles of a course as instructional materials such as teaching and learning resource, activity guidelines, core material, linguistic content, student identity, and so forth. So it entails prior attention to evaluate its existence. And for the method, in more research, I applied case study. In detail, the study was employing qualitative case study approach with the research questions is how do the faculties and the students evaluate the existed academic writing course books in their perceptions. These studies delineated as the perceptions of the Indonesian 5 faculty members, in number 103 undergraduate students, and the data derived from the evaluation as part of the need analysis questionnaire were analyzed descriptively. And the final result were then used as a basis for the qualitative evaluations of the course by me as a researchers. And the questionnaires items were underpinned by grants 1996, January 2008, and ICAL 2018, focusing on 4 dimensions. The first one's objective, and then the second one is the content, the third one is organization and design, and the last one is methodology. And for the results and discussion, this is table 1. As I mentioned previously, there are 4 dimensions that I conducted. The first one, objective, content, organization and design, and the last one is methodology. And for the response of the participants, there are 3 responses. The first one is the Y for yes, P for partly, and N for no. And the first discussion one is for the objective part 1. And the point of the objective, the existing course book by the faculty members and the students in the media create a perception ones as they declare that the part of academic student writing progress is only 40% filled by the faculties, 47% by the student, and 40% faculties and 28% students states that less of relevance to the student needs. And the perception is indicated that the objective of the academic writing course book only has been fulfilled, the dominant only in the part of the faculties and student needs. However, the objective seems that the syllabus is quite relevant for them. And in the excerpt from the objective dimensions, it can be that the academic writing course book has not met yet what the faculty and student need in the pedagogical process. So the current study is in line with from 2016 that academic writing course book is a lack relevancy due to the similar context and orientation. And for the contents, the average the contents are represent the most loved number that is only 66 in the part of the topic is the article model is only partly with the reflections. And then another concern is the content of the topic just was believed less relevant to student needs and trace to the result partly only 49%. And the third point is the display excerpt that discuss the content implies that the existing academic writing coursebook requires improvement since the content is substantial part of the key to its success and failure. To sum up that, the present depictions of content parts can be concluded that needs rectifying. And for the organization and design part, the faculties and students reveals that the item of the whole content of the coursebook was less interesting since the percent was only 83% set only partly. And then while the organizations of the easiness to the complex one was set at 50% and it has already some being displayed. On the other side, the part of pictures and illustration represent less attractive due to 53% is a no. And then the last one is as an organization and designs are exhibited for the audience to make the text more meaningful and colorful, also far from monotonous displays. Hence, in the current sections, it can be concluded that the existed academic writing coursebook needs updating and rectifying. And for the last part, that one is the methodologies viewed in the existed of academic writing coursebook. 45% of the participants declared that the book only partly assisted the student to express their ideas accurately and fluently. And also the participant mentioned that this book only partly helped them since only 43% said that one. And accordingly, the academic writing coursebook less helped the students to become independent learners due to the fact that only 72% of the participants responded partly. At last, about the academic writing coursebook that generated and developed the ideas represent only 47% stated in the lack of assistance. As the current study is in line with RICD and Caliber 2040 that infused methodology in academic writing coursebook is supposed to lead the students to have internalizations in capturing the material as well. Hence, in this elucidation, it can be pointed out that the existence of the academic writing coursebook requires three considerations and revisions. The methodology is a pivotal part that is exposed in the academic writing coursebook should represent the elaborations of approaches and the material stimulations to enhance student comprehensions, while in the existence is not met that point. Therefore, re-updating, rectifying, re-improving is needed in the current of or existing academic writing coursebook. And now I come to the conclusion part one. There are 6 points in the conclusion one. The first one is the current study is a part of the need analysis phases in the evaluation approach that led transforming from the existing manual book to the learning management system platform. And since the information not only the packaging the cover, but also the elements and evaluate is necessary to be conducted. The result of the study yield the 4 dimensions. Those are objective, content, organization, and design. And the last one is methodology. The evaluation that is viewed from the faculties and students' perspective reveal the various responses, and all dimensions are suggested to be rectified specifically when it will be presented on a sophisticated diverse platform. And the recent study implies that the essence of deep evaluation and excessive coursework is necessary to be conducted to gauge its effectiveness from the user lens, particularly upon modifying into a distinct media. Due to the analysis of the existing academic writing coursebook focusing on the case of local context and limited numbers of the participants in the study, further research is recommended to be more explored in different areas and expanded participant. Well, that's all the materials I can share from the part of my dissertation research. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.